Now everyone listen. It sounds like someone's screaming in agony. It's the parrots in South Pasadena. And we were over next to the Strode house from John Carpenter's Halloween. Pee-wee's big holiday house down here. And this is the South Pasadena library that was used in Rob Zombie's Halloween as Haddonfield High School. And those parrots, man, they make some funny noises. But we're going to be walking around South Pasadena today. And I'm going to show you a lot of my favorite filming location spots. And it's going to be a fun day. Now, let's take a closer look. Why do they do it? Those damn kids do anything for Halloween. We're nowhere near that spot. That's in Sierra Madre. However, this was used in Rob Zombie's Halloween. A lot of this was. This is actually the South Pasadena library. And I thought they were about to destroy this. This is the Haddonfield Middle School at Rob Zombie's Halloween. We're back over at the high school. And this was the shot. That library community room, they just covered it up in Rob Zombie's Halloween. It says Haddonfield High School on it. On the back side of this is Laurie Strode's house. And this is the Mustafa Akkad, Godfather of Halloween tribute they have here, right across from Laurie Strode's house. It's cool. Every time I'm over here, I just think about that panning shot over here that basically follows Laurie as she's crossing the street. This is the famous little stoop area that Laurie sits on, waiting for Annie to pull up right there. Then when Laurie gets home from school, she crosses over here, walks home up the side, walks inside the house, looks over and sees the kids trick-or-treating down here. And then this is the shot in the morning time when her dad walks out of the door here. Their car's parked here. And Laurie's walking this way. Don't forget to drop the key off at the Myers place. It's early in the morning. We're gonna get some coffee, but this might look familiar to you. Michael pulls up back here, and right over there is the hardware store. This was also used in the opening of the TV series Step by Step. The Jeep vehicle drives right past this. And straight ahead is the Myers house and everything. Good chunk of locations up here. Yeah, I believe in Step by Step it was around here. But right up here is where Laurie and Annie pulled up after they were smoking a Fat J, listening to Blue Oyster Cult, as one does in Haddonfield. And they pulled up right up here in front of the hardware store. Straight ahead. My dad. Get rid of it. Hi, Dad. Hi, girls. What happened? All that took place right here. It's also where Loomis meets Sheriff Brackett for the very first time. And Loomis almost forgets his name. Sheriff, I'm Loomis. Anyways, but Michael pulls right up here, right in front of where they were standing. And there goes the Metro Rail that will go here all day long. You will see the Metro Rail going by all day long. And right over there is it. The Cinderella Castle of this area. The Myers house. Straight ahead is the Sugar Mint Gallery. It's a little exhibit and gift shop right behind the Myers house where it currently sits. The Myers house actually used to sit further down the street here. But right through that window to the left is Judith's room where it all happened. There's Michael right over there. He does hang out here. I love walking right by the Myers house. It is an office, but it's just insane to walk by the front porch and just kind of feel like you're in the neighborhood. Because, I mean, this looks pretty Haddonfield to me. Like, isn't that insane? So cool. That's right next to the train tracks and the hardware store from the film. There it is. The Myers house. And you can see the staircase if you stand right back here and look up in the window. See? There's a staircase. There's a fire extinguisher just in case. But there's Judith's room right there. It happened in here. You can walk around the side of the Myers house and see Judith's room. This is the same route that Michael took at the beginning of the movie. He walked right back here and into the back where he went through the kitchen into the little room, dining room area, and then to the living room. Watched the boyfriend walk out. He went upstairs, came in this room. Michael came down. The whole thing, it didn't happen here. It happened further down on the other side. We're actually walking over the backside of Sugar Mint Gallery here. They do show films back here. You can watch Halloween right there on that screen right next to the Myers house. If you come out and they're actually open. Straight ahead, this is Andy's house from a little film called Pretty in Pink. And Ducky actually rode his bike back over here in Lincoln Scene next to these train tracks. All this has changed. All of this back here has changed since the 80s and even the 70s when they filmed Halloween. But yeah, straight ahead, right over here is Andy's house from Pretty in Pink. And then right behind that is the alleyway from Halloween 2, where we meet Dr. Loomis yelling at Sheriff Brackett, "I shot him 6 times. He's not human." All that took place over here, but that's Andy's house. You can't really see it. You peek through, you can kind of make it out, but yeah, right here, this is the alley from Halloween 2. The Elrod house is right over here. It's crazy. All these scenes, all these different films, all took place around this area. Meridian and Mission. And Hope Street. It's another street they use. That's what we're on right now. But the Myers house actually used to sit right over here. Right over here on the other side is where the Myers house sat. And there's a documentary featuring John Carpenter and Loomis, Donald Pleasance, and they're sitting out in front of the house over here doing an interview. And they have the Myers house all tarped up. But yeah, right over there, that is the Elrod house. Their family's out there playing football. I don't want to film it. And then we'll walk down to the Ben Tramer incident spot. But first, if you cross the street here, the railroad sign over here can be seen in Halloween as Laurie's walking down. Wish I had you all along. Yeah, right about here is where we see Laurie walking up the steps to the Myers house when it sat here. And Tommy Wallace was hanging right over here. And right here is the Ben Tramer accident spot. He came walking across and the cop car smashed him right here. I love this shot because this is where Tommy and Lori are crossing, and you can see those palm trees in the background as they're walking to the Myers house. Ben Tramer crosses right here. He looks up, bam, all this engulfed in flames. Insane. This is where Lori crosses the street and meets up with Tommy, and they cross right here and go down to the Myers house. It's all in the same little area. I love these trees. These trees look so Haddonfield. And this is a tree you can actually see in a scene where Lori's walking by this house. And the pole had these little wire things. It was a black one that went down right here next to the tree in the movie. This tree has definitely grown and changed, and they've added this roof to this house. They've actually extended it out since filming. Right over here is where Loomis and Sheriff Brackett are pulling up, and they see what they think is Michael. It's a kid wearing a mask, and it was Ben Tramer. Not going in order, but good Lord, these trees are so Haddonfield. So Loomis comes out of the alleyway down here, hops into Brackett's car. They pull up right here. They shine the flashlight, looking right here. This is where Ben Tramer walks up, really drunk, and then he runs across because he's terrified. That's where it all happens. I love South Pasadena, and I love Halloween. Now right here, we're taking a left. We're passing by Arnie's house from Christine. That's Arnie's house. And then right here is where in Rob Zombie's Halloween, the girls take a left and they run into Sheriff Brackett. And then in John Carpenter's Halloween, you just go down the street a ways and follow this rock work here on the side. And on Highland, you take a left, and this is tons of filming locations down here. This is where the babysitters walk down. They cross the street here, and this is the Hey Jerk Speed Kills. We're Michael right now. These trees right here can be seen all in this shot. Where we're standing is kind of where Michael like slams the brakes. He slams his brakes like right here. And then this house to the right, that's Jim Carrey's house from Liar Liar. And next to that house is the Strode house from Rob Zombie's Halloween. I'm giving a driving tour right now, like a bus tour. All right, let's head over to the last couple of spots. This is where Linda Hamilton worked in Terminator. This was the restaurant. Now, not only is this Linda's house from Halloween, this was also the house that was used in the TV series Mama's Family. This was Mama's house. Straight ahead is where the babysitters are walking, and that is it, the famous Hedge scene right here. And the neighbor kids were at this house looking over Sheriff Brackett's house right there, but this is where she says, "Oh, Lori dear." Lori comes walking right here. Annie was standing here. And as the camera pans, the little neighbor kids like looked over the top, and then she's walking around a little further. Here comes Sheriff Brackett. Damn! Everyone's entitled to one get scared. And that's Annie and Sheriff Brackett's house. I love South Pasadena, by the way. I know I've probably mentioned that a million times, but I love the trees. I love the craftsman houses. And I love all the little filming spots. And right down here on the corner of Oxley and Montrose is where the opening titles of Halloween happen, with when it says Haddonfield. Yeah, the opening of Halloween right here, you basically have to hope the traffic doesn't come through, which there is some coming through. And if you back up right here at the four-way, that's about it right there. The opening of Halloween where it says Haddonfield. And now I gotta get out of the street so I don't get killed. And as we continue our way down, we find ourselves at a one Mr. Crabtree's house from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. And next to Mr. Crabtree's house is Pee-wee's house. Right there. Kept his bike back there. Mr. Crabtree's house. There it is. I know you are, but what am I? And there's so many other filming locations down here in South Pasadena, but that's gonna be for another day and another adventure. And I will see you guys on my next adventure, where Ben Tramer and I actually go out and I show him the wonders of seltzer water. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.